Hello everyone! Welcome back to the stream! And welcome back to Lies of P. You know, I haven't really taken the time, or haven't, had the time to actually sit down and listen to the music of the main menu screen. I low-key like it. And hello Super Week, thank you so much for tuning in. How are you on this glorious, wonderful, amazing Tuesday? Hopefully you're doing good. I was sitting here admiring the soundtrack, because it's very calming, and especially when combined with the ASMR of rain hitting the window. I mean, that is like the most calming sound in the universe, right? Rain hitting the window. I really like it. Yo, and happy day 2 of Pride Month. It is me, as always, the Queen, Zelda of the Skies. I hope you're doing okay and gay. I am doing okay and gay, Zelda Cutie. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I guess happy second day of Pride to you as well. And Stress Test, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. You scared me, so I dropped pasta on my phone. Wait, is this my fault? I went live and that made you drop pasta? Is that what's happening? You know, dude, I'm kind of impressed actually that if that's the case, that I'm able to influence you from this distance. Okay, let's see if we can. Yeah, there we go. Let's start the game. We haven't gotten that far into the game at the moment, cause we've only killed the very first boss. And we basically just ended the stream after that, so we don't really know what to expect from this point onwards. But I suppose we just push on forward and see where we end up. I will, at some point, hopefully today, get the opportunity to like try out a couple of different weapons. Like like mix and match different handles and blades. But I suppose we'll get to that point soon. Rainy Tuesday here, but that only makes it cozier to be inside. That is true. And it's very immersive, right, with the weather we're seeing in the game as well. Happy continued pride, baby girls and good boys. Wait, good boys? Is that the equivalent of a baby girl? Like the male equivalent of baby girl? I could see it, but it's also something you like tell your dog, right? Your dog is a good boy or a good girl. But maybe that's fine. I can't be here long because I'm on call with some lovely people. I see. Well, tell the said lovely people that the people of Massive Stream is saying hello. And that they are... Okay, I did not mean to do that. I just used a healing potion for nothing. Or whatever it was called. Like electronic pulse. Something like that. Always your phone. I was chilling listening to the music and then boom, you're here. Oh, is that how it works? I see. Well, I'm sorry that I jump scared you. But I'm also happy that you are, you know, ready and able to just hit the join stream button whenever you're ready. Oh. Wait, this is Hotel Krat. So the voice, the story of this game is very thin at the moment. But the thing we do know is that the voices in our heads are... This guy wants to talk. Your fault. I don't know what my brain did there. Yeah, the brain sometimes tends to do weird stuff, right? Weird stuff. Puppet cannot enter, energy depleted. Okay, I don't know what that means. I suppose we just head inside. We check into our room. Order some room service, and everything will probably be good.
Puppets like you. So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
You'll have to lie to get inside. Okay. Now we're getting the proper Pinocchio experience. Okay. I don't know what that means, but the fact that the word lie was highlighted probably means something. A man can be a good boy. Okay, okay. Elaborate. What kind of man is a good boy? Because again, the only being I know is being described as a good boy is a dog. So are we talking about men with dog-like properties, or like what are we talking about? Like give me some examples here, stress test. He should be if he wants his treats. I'm still getting dog vibes, okay? I'm not getting human vibes. I keep pressing the wrong button. The hidden moonstone is not from this. Oh, this is just a... I think it was a document. I'm not entirely sure. Let's head inside and see what we need to do. What lies we need to tell in order to get inside.
Prove your identity. Who are you?
I'm a human.
Grand Covenant's fourth law. A puppet cannot lie. Welcome to Hotel Krat.
That is interesting. Your springs are reacting. Wait. I wonder what we else did. Okay, we are a puppet. But according to the law the dude just told us about, puppets cannot lie. But of course we are Pinocchio, so we can lie. But I get the feeling that whenever we lie, something bad happens, right? It goes against our nature. So, like, at least we saw like a little red glow around our body. I'm not sure about this. Very ominous music. I was talking with a girl today and we were flirting and she called me a good girl. She knows I'm non-binary, but she's allowed to use femme pronouns for me. And my brain shortcutted. When you say shortcutted... By the way, we have only played the prologue up to this point, y'all. We have only played the prologue. Right, when you say shortcutted, does that mean that... that a fire was ignited inside you, Cella QT. Maybe even inside your heart. I'm trying to put it as poetic as I can, okay? But you know the details. The smirk should say it all. I see. So I wonder if being a good dog is a good thing or a bad thing. I assume it's a good thing. Alright, so these puppets, these robots, are created in order to support humanity, I suppose. Then something is happening, which makes all the puppets go berserk. We have... this thing has been described as the frenzy in the game. And the robots kills everyone, okay. And that's the first boss that we killed. I feel like actually hanging someone like this, that is not mindless barbarism. Actually going out of your way to hang someone upside down, that requires some thoughts, okay? Some devious planning. But for some reason, we as a puppet are immune to the frenzy, I suppose. And need to stop the evil robots. I don't know. I'm 100% just speculating about what's going on here. Wait, is this Sophia?
I'm so happy to see you.
Another puppet? I don't know.
Sophia. I've been waiting for you. Searched all over the city of Krat to find you. You must have questions. Geppetto will have answers. But we have to find him first.
Interesting.
He was last seen on Elysian Boulevard. All of Krat is dangerous for humans. And that neighborhood is one of the scariest. Please find Geppetto on Elysian Boulevard.
Alright, sure. Now we can level up. Oh, we've already leveled up, actually, so we can't really do anything here. Alright, but this is maybe basically a maiden, then, from Elden Ring?
That's proof you're broken. The real Gemini isn't so calm. I'm no inventor, but perhaps I can fix him. Or perhaps he'll fix himself in time. Wait, take this pocket watch. Krat is a labyrinth of peril right now. Be careful.
Okay, interesting. This is actually not what I expected at all. We were on FaceTime and this... Oh? What? Oh, wait, that smiley, I see. It was literally in my face. My brain stopped working for a second. Well, in that case, when I said a fire was ignited, I think I'm correct there, okay? It's sexual and flirty, Seven. It's not a way of telling someone that they're a dog. Oh, I see. I wanted you to spell it out for me, okay? I don't want to misinterpret these kinds of things. That could end up poorly for me, I feel like. But you know, when I said that we were gonna go inside a hotel, order room service, let someone else take care of our inventory, I was kidding. But apparently that is actually what's happening here. Well, at least like the place doesn't look ruined at all. And we have a bunch of... I assume these are humans living here? Like, I'm not sure. Oh, this is a puppet, 100%. Right, so some robots are not affected by this frenzy thing. She called me that multiple times. I was considering making her my wife. Like, I get so damn affected by words. Interesting. I mean, that I can relate to.
Welcome.
If you want me to do anything, flatter will get you far, okay? I will say this. It is a weakness.
Let me know how I may be of service. At Hotel Krat, comfort and calm welcome to Hotel...
Right, so this is a merchant of some sort. Okay, what do you sell? I don't know what these items do. So this is a throwing object. So this is a consumable. This is another consumable with a Fable charge and a Legion charge. Ah, okay. So this is for your arm to recharge it, and this is something else. I'm not sure. And we can talk to him, and he'll say, okay, we can ask him about lore, I suppose. We'll do that later, maybe. Unless they're into puppy play. Now, I'm gonna just ask you a question out of nowhere, Super Week. Are you into puppy play? Is that something? Everybody's just living the best damn life here. Hey, what's up, my guys? Ghetto Mindset, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to the new playthrough of Lies of P. Have you played this game before? We've just arrived here at Hotel Krat, and I'm low-key just exploring around, seeing what's up.
We don't insist on reservations.
Okay, so this is Antonia, the person who owns the hotel.
And this is my hotel.
So we just arrived at a ravaged town by train.
From the moment we met,
but now all of a sudden everything just became very serene, calm, and uncivilized.
Geppetto's skills are to shame.
Right, but at least we know we need to go to Illusion Boulevard to find someone who will fix Gemini, like some sort of AI in our body. I will say this: the story is kind of like somewhat cryptic, but I guess that's just par for the course when it comes to Souls-like.
It comes with a long story. Please find that old man.
Alright, so we got some new clothes. Nice. Cool. I do not know how to spell stuff like that without making it weird in a way. but that's the fun part, right? If I'm gonna be embarrassed about the topics we're discussing, you better be embarrassed as well. We're suffering here together, okay? This is how we get past, you know, our I don't know, social inhibitions. By exploring new grounds like this. Not per se, but I can appreciate a good boy. Alright, I guess that tells me all I need to know. Today I've read rumors about Baldur's Gate 2 remake. Dude, I saw an article, or rather...
Master Geppetto, right? Come this way. I heard about you from Geppetto, but to see you in person...
Alright, I guess we can't explore. Wow. We need to keep talking to people.
You should take this. Geppetto left it with me.
What did we get? Hello everyone. Newbie, hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh dude, we just got a damn harpoon! Okay! Right in the nick of time, Newbie. The Legion arm. Each Legion armor has its own... Oh! New mechanics! Okay! The Legion arm can be modified into all sorts of forms. Modification can be made using the Venigni craft machine. Okay, what the hell is a Venigni craft machine? Oh, maybe this is actually where you where you like experiment with weapons and stuff. No official approval, no trust.
The sound of it alone. That craft must be something else. Oh, I know my way around.
Dude, I low-key just want to access the workshop.
I know my way around a weapon.
Yes. Oh, okay, so this is where you actually experiment with your stats. Yeah, same. Want me to do anything? Throw pet names and sweet words at me. I would say that sweet words would definitely work on me as well. pet names, that is actually, like, at least when it comes to me, that is a minefield, okay? It can work, but say the wrong pet name, and it could have the opposite effect. Like, if you tell me a pet name I don't like, and you do it in a way to be endearing, that could backfire, dude. That could backfire. I'm not sure why I'm giving you this information, but at least now you know. Okay, so weapon upgrade, I assume this is the same as in, like, Dark Souls and Elden Ring and stuff like that. But get to mindset, have you played Baldur's Gate 2? If I remember correctly, you said that you have played, you know, the classic Fallout games. If I remember correctly. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I suppose that Baldur's Gate 2, and you know, the old Baldur's Gate games are like from this, like a similar era, right? I really like the OG Baldur's Gate games, like 1 and 2. I mean, they are very difficult to, like, get into. Like, they are annoying in their own right. But like, once you get into them, they're actually really fun to play. I wonder what a remake of Baldur's Gate 2 would look like. I assume they would change the like mechanics quite a bit. Alright, so this we know. We know that we can change the handle for a weapon. But how does that work? Okay, I probably should have... Oh, here we go. I probably should have read that. So right now... Oh, okay, we need stuff to alter a handle. Aha. And we can use ergo held in a bag to do something here. Dude, I don't know about, like, I don't know what's going on here. I just want to kill stuff, and I guess we'll get back to this at a later point and see what the crafting is all like. And, like, we don't really have that much, like, I don't know, stuff, like resources at the moment either. I'm not embarrassed, but you are my friend's brother. I'm not sure how to make it extremely obvious that I'm joking around with without other people thinking stuff. Like, I can joke around about stuff like that with you and without everyone getting uncomfortable. I'm overthinking and always scared of being misunderstood. I see where you're coming from, Stress Test, because for most people, you know, writing in the Twitch chat, you know, I'm just like a man on a screen. You all know me by the little square in the top right corner of your screen, right? But you, like, you have met me in real life. You know, regularly talk to my sister. Meaning that things can be interpreted a different way due to that fact. I understand your hesitation. What pet mates don't you like, Sam? How bad can it be? Oh, is that something I should tell you? Like, is this something that will backfire on me later? I'm not sure about this. But this also very much depends on the context, I would say.
Hey, let's be more careful. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood. I hate these guys. But don't be alarmed. My name is Gemini. We'll talk later, when we're safe.
Interesting. That, like, we have had Gemini as like an AI in our body, but that was a different voice. And we saw Spider-Man just jumping over the rooftops. Like, in terms of the story, I have no idea what's going on. A pet name that could backfire, and please let me know. Like, I suppose this is like male specific, this pet peeve of mine. Let me know if anyone has a similar experience. But sometimes saying something like sweetie could be very annoying. Or I say very annoying, somewhat annoying. Because it's like I don't know how to like properly explain it, but sometimes it can be, I guess, a bit emasculating. You want to be a big, strong man. You want to be a manly man. You're not a sweetie, right? That is what a grandmother would call me. Not if you catch my drift. Now we can talk with Gemini.
I'm Gemini, your friendly puppet guide, or friendly guide puppet? I don't know, one of those. I'm
why
also
did
a friend of
the voice
Sophia's.
of Gemini change?
Last time I woke up, Sophia was there because she woke me up. But I'm sure there are still other memories in there. Sorry, Must be the shock. Bear with me.
Okay, that didn't tell me anything. Okay. I have to go back to the call with the lovely people. Love y'all. See you in the skies. And if you're homophobic, transphobic, or any other shit like that, I will hunt you down. Mark my words. I guess, given that you're in the skies, you can use lightning bolts. Smite them down. I played Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 in co-op too. I've never played those games in co-op. I've had an idea before to like do Icewind Dale completely co-op with 6 people. I feel like that would be like an insane experience. For those of you who don't know, Icewind Dale is a game that's very similar to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 in terms of like its gameplay mechanics and stuff like that. But in that game, you create a party of adventurers, up to 6 party members. But in theory, every single party member could be controlled by a different player, I think. Which would make the game, I feel like, a very chaotic experience. It might not be the best plan to actually like beat the game, but it could be really fun.
Elysian Boulevard
It's old school, not for everybody, but it have some charm, I would say. And
you wanted fancy boutiques and shops. No place better. But that was long ago, before the puppet frenzy.
So, oh wait, the one who fixed Gemini was probably the workshop girl. I guess I skipped through that dialogue a bit quickly. All right, but that is probably the reason then why Gemini can actually speak to us, like normally. And Sir Walkalot, hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Steven, I will make you a promise. I will never play a game with you. I only play single player. But what if I want to play a game with you, Sir Walkalot? You know, multiplayer is something we have done very little of in this stream. And I feel like it could be fun to do some multiplayer stuff at some point. I'm happy you understand my concern. It makes you small. Yes, but not like in a physical way. Like I don't feel physically small, but rather I feel like more of like a child, if that makes sense. It's like gumman in Swedish to girls. Yes, very much so, very much so. And gumman, I guess, would translate very roughly to sweetheart. Like calling a girl sweetheart, it could. I feel like I'm not crazy when I say this, right? If you call someone a sweetheart, that could have like a negative connotation to it, right? I'm not crazy, right? I'm surprised at this from you. What pet names would you prefer to hear from a dude? Super weak. Right. Let's be very serious here. Let's be very serious here. Do I like goth girls? I do. Okay. That you know that is something I cannot deny. Okay, that is something I cannot deny. But calling them goth mommies, I don't know why, but it does something to me. Okay, I don't know. If you call them like goth girls, goth women, maybe just goths, that would be fine. But goth mommies, I don't know, like. Something is happening. I can't explain it. But I don't know what I would prefer as a pet name. That is actually a really good question. Like what is a pet name I would like? Assuming I don't like pet names such like, you know, Sweetie. Then it will be StarCraft. Dude, so you would beat my ass in StarCraft 100%. I've played a bit of StarCraft 2. Which is a really fun game. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a really fun game. But holy crap, I'm bad at it. Okay, let's heal up a bit. Now, this is very much like a very typical, like, I don't know, Souls-like situation. You're traveling across rooftops, being bombarded by dudes with ranged attacks. I feel like right at home on these rooftops. It's more like just little girl. Is it? I mean, I would never be called gumman myself, so I guess I can't really say. But I feel like it could be interpreted worse than that, but again, that might not. That might just be me. When you can't stagger the enemies, they immediately become a lot more difficult. Okay, alright. Not good. Not good at all. I'm gonna run past you. Bye. Yeah, I need to be very careful when engaging with enemies. I still haven't like properly figured out the combat system. I thought I killed him, and I suppose I lost focus there for a second. Not in the UK. It's very common for mature women to use affectionate terms in shops. Yes, but that is an example I gave earlier, Shawakalot. As in, calling someone a sweetheart. I feel like that is I'm not sure if it's appropriate, but well, it could be. But it wouldn't be unexpected. Like it would be normal for like an older woman to call someone, right? But like, I don't know, if you were flirting with someone and you were called a sweetheart, I feel like, I don't know, depending on the context, very much dependent on the context here, I could feel it's, again, a bit emasculating. Tomato 7. I feel like I'm just giving you like ammunition to know how to push my button, so to speak. The dick wants what it wants. A very crude but very accurate statement. I will say this. Crude but accurate. We'll find a soft spot, guys. He's into goth girls. Oh my goth. Oh my goth. I've never heard that before. Yeah. But that being said, like, now that we're on the topic, like Sawakalot said, the dick wants what it wants, and you know the same can be said using like female genitalia, right? But my question is this: how much in your mind does your preference when it comes to, like, I don't know, who you find attractive matter? Like, if you have a type, how important is it that whoever you're trying to flirt with or whatever is that type? Do you understand the question? I think sweetheart is better than little girl. Calling your woman little girl is putting her down. Oh, that is true. That is very true. But I guess, like, no, I don't think anyone would call, say, I don't know, their wife or whatever, little girl, if they're not teasing someone, right? Like, as a genuine, like, pet name, calling someone a little girl, I feel like that doesn't really happen. I could be wrong, though. I could be wrong. And I would agree that that is a bit demeaning. A dude calling another dude a sweetheart is an insult, as it portrays him as feminine. Type lesser than desperation. I don't feel that that is wrong, okay? That is not like a factually incorrect statement. That is true. That is true. But I wouldn't just say, like, a man calling another man. Like, if a woman of my age would call me a sweetheart, again, I would feel a bit weird about that. Like, I wouldn't necessarily see it as a compliment. But it, again, very dependent on their context. Sometimes, okay, I need to figure out this game, dude. I need to figure out, like, when can you block, when can you parry, what kind of attacks will these guys have? Is it viable to spam parry like it is in Sekiro? Oh well, I guess it's not viable in Sekiro, but it's not as punishing, I would say. I'm definitely still learning this game, okay? I'm definitely in the learning phase. I hope we'll get to like find a semi-hard boss later today, so that you can really properly like learn the mechanics of the game. Like this guy killed me last time, so let's focus up. Personally, I believe I sometimes wish my type wasn't my type. and you know, Super Weak, I know your type. Skater boys and emo kids. Well, at least it used to be, at the very least. But there's no shame in that, dude. There's no shame in that. Little girl equals gumman in this. Gingy? Thingy? Oh crap, this guy is chasing me down. The dudes with polearms are still like reminding me a lot of Sekiro. Of course, there's not gonna be a Mikiri counter in this game, unfortunately, because Mikiri counter are really fun to execute. But I guess I'll have to, you know, just learn to parry properly when it comes to those guys. Sharp pipe. Dude, I hope some of these resources can be used to craft a weapon. At least we're all baby girls here. That is true. That is true. And again, like, the context matters, right? If someone would call me a baby girl in this chat, I would not bat an eye. I would welcome it, okay? I will be anyone's baby girl. But if someone would, like, unironically call me a baby girl in real life, I could possibly take offense, depending on the context. What the hell? Okay, so they have elemental build-up. Okay. You know, something I've realized is that it's probably better to be at 0 health potions compared to 1. Because at least if you're at 0 health potions, you can gain health potions by just hitting enemies, right? Oh, I did not mean to click that one. Oh crap. Maybe that's just me. Oh, that's a good parry! Oh, destroy an enemy's weapon with a perfect guard. I just got an achievement. Alright, so there is something like semi-equivalent to a Mikiri counter in this game as well. Okay. I'm here for it. Oh. Let's do a plunging attack on this guy. It was a plunging attack, but oh well. Alright, that time it didn't really work out. Now I'm dead again. Alright, dude, this game is actually kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. This is interesting, but now I need to call my mother. Are we gonna call her a sweetheart, a gumman, or a baby girl, perhaps? It's probably because my very first boyfriend in middle school was a goth boy. That's the thing, Super Weak. You never forget your first love. So even now, as an adult woman, the thoughts still go back to that old flame, I suppose. But there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with just, I don't know, some, I don't know, self-reflections, Oh, this guy doesn't actually respawn. Interesting. Some self-awareness, and most importantly, some self-love. I wonder how viable it is to just run through all enemies in this game. That is extremely viable when playing other Souls-likes. I think Sekiro was like the biggest, I don't know, culprit of making it viable to run past enemies, because you can use the grappling hook. You don't even have stamina, so you can infinitely like do your dashes and stuff like that. Yeah, like fighting just normal enemies in Sekiro was definitely just a suggestion, not a requirement at all. Alright, let's see if we can do this without dying this time. It is very satisfying to deal with the polearm guys. Oh, that's another attack though. Let's keep moving because this guy will never stop throwing stuff at us. That makes me wonder. If there's anyone watching at the moment who's like, who knows this game, like who knows the mechanics and stuff, do you ever get like a ranged weapon? I'm sure you're not gonna get, I don't know, a gun or whatever. Well, maybe. You do have a gun in Bloodborne. It's not very good, but you do have it. So maybe there is something similar in this game as well. And I'm not talking about like throwable objects either, because those are consumables, right? They will not recharge. Okay. Messed up the blocks there, but that's fine. I mean, speaking of Bloodborne, I'm not sure who has played Bloodborne here, but like in terms of the environment, it's very similar. I guess aside from like the steampunk aesthetic, is this a boss or a mini boss? I do want to kill him, or at least try to, but I would like to save the game as well. Well, I guess we're doing it at another time. By the way, why are we wearing antlers on our head? That is a very, very good question. The reason why, let me show you, is because there is like a costume mechanic in this game. So you can wear different headpieces, as you can see. We can actually be a good boy. Look, we're actually a good boy this time around. But I decided to wear antlers because I don't know why. We can even wear glasses like this. Now we're a little sailor. Here we go. If you have any suggestions in regards to our drip, then please let me know. Dude, I should use... I didn't think about it until now, but I should use the poppy string to try it out. Yes. Oh, dude! This is a ranged weapon, okay? That get over here harpoon. This is the ranged weapon I was talking about. Okay. I think the antlers suit your Scandinavian heritage. I assume that is very Scandinavian, yes. Okay, can't go through there, unfortunately. That's gonna be really fun to use during a boss fight, I think. Assuming you can actually drag a boss to you, which absolutely might not be the case. Wait. When it comes to like a moose, is that considered a like northern Scandinavian thing or like a Canadian thing? I suppose a reindeer would be considered very Swedish. But the thing about reindeers is that they're not really, what's it called, herded, controlled, farmed by you know, Swedes. The native population, the Sami, they are the ones who actually like are allowed to use reindeers, or you know, it's called herding. Look, I'm not sure about my notations here, but hopefully I'm making sense here. I know they're in Norway, not sure about Sweden, to be honest. They are in Sweden as well. That they are. I heard about the Sami. That's the thing. You know, when you like learn about different nations, you often hear about, you know, like the different, like, I don't know, subcultures, the different types of I don't know, ethnicities and stuff that exist within the country that you perhaps didn't, you know, realize existed beforehand. So the reason I was like being a bit thoughtful there was because maybe it's incorrect to say that reindeer is associated with, or you know, the antlers is associated with my Swedish heritage, because I'm not a Sami, right? Can we go past, please? There we go. Workshop Union Standard Insulation Converter. That is like the most insane amount of sci-fi techno babble in a sentence ever. Wait, did I just hear a voice?
Who is it? Is that you, Murphy? Oh, Murphy is a super cool police officer. As a puppet, even the petrification disease can't get him. I wish I was like him. You should leave so you don't catch the disease from me.
I've made a comparison before to Bloodborne. This is also very, very Bloodborne reminiscent. Like talking to people
like we used to.
Over doorways like
Murphy,
this, or in this is a window.
Miss you.
I assume this person is related to a quest. And when it comes to diseases as well, like you never really know if it's a human behind there or if it's like another puppet. Given that the only disease we know about, or plague or whatever, is of course the frenzy. Come on, dude. The fact that you can recover your health potions by dealing damage, I think is a really good addition to the game. Makes it so that it's like low-key a bit more viable to just run around and randomly explore and not just go from bonfire to bonfire.
Wait, I can sense something strange. Jeepers! Is that a butterfly? Why is the ergo reacting like that? If you want to check it out, I can take point.
Yeah, sure. Okay, how do you guys feel about the story so far and the setting? Because the game is like throwing you so many like different concepts and mechanics and stuff at you at once. Like it's a bit overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. Occasionally, a dimensional butterfly will appear in parts of Krot. Monad's lamp can detect the butterfly, lighting up red to point out its location. When the character is near the hiding butterfly, it will appear. After a certain amount of time, the butterfly will disappear into another dimension. Kill it to get... Oh, you're supposed to kill it! Alright, so this is a little loot goblin. I thought it was guiding us to somewhere, I don't know, somewhere important. I guess that's not the case. I'll be honest, I missed the main story in the first stream. Fair point. I mean, I low-key missed it myself, even though I played it, right? Petrification, disease, quarantine zone, no trespassers. Everyone is... Dude, I want to read this. Everyone is a patient or a lunatic. Do not speak to them. Petrification disease. So is that something different from the frenzy, I wonder? Who's talking? Oh.
This must be your first time in the petrification disease quarantine zone. For most people, this is their last stop. I'm one. May I ask you a favor?
Depends on the favor. I'm not doing anything creepy, okay?
Took my baby from me and sent me here. They said it was for my own good.
You want me to fetch your baby for you?
Heartless, just as a baby. Must be
Yes.
Mother's mother.
Yes.
Please go.
I don't think this is a good idea, by the way.
And bring me my
Because it's probably okay. I mean, I'm gonna accept the quest, but I'm not sure if this is a good idea. Because if this woman right here is affected by some sort of plague, I'm not sure if the kid should be affected by it too.
Please
Hard
hurry.
scales are spreading across my eye.
Oh,
But are we
scales.
talking to people or are we talking to
Before I lose
puppets?
my
Like,
sight.
what's going on here?
Please.
Before I lose my
She
sight.
said the baby was at City Hall. Should we check it out?
Yeah, we'll
I
get
hope
to it eventually.
everybody's safe.
I have to go. I wish everyone a great time. Have a nice evening. Same back to you, Get the Mindset. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you... I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. Maybe even playing some Baldur's Gate, who knows? Alright, so is this Officer Murphy that we got mentioned before? We do not have that much help. If we could just go and find a save point, that would be swell, dude. What is this? Oh crap, I can't read stuff. The game does not. Ow. Okay, I'm literally just trying to do something. Yeah, at least we got a shortcut. Alchemist Bridge, cloudy morning. Okay, this is not a shortcut. This is actually... Purge puppets.
Come out, Geppetto! You've got a lot to answer for!
Is this where we're supposed to go? I cutscene.
You know
No.
what caused the puppet frenzy, don't you? You're their maker, practically their father. You and the alchemist scheming together. Tell me the truth. What's your problem? I'm here for the old man. Get lost. Wait. I know you. You're the devil's puppet.
Are we gonna fight?
You can't.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay.
Die!
Matt, okay. No. Okay, all right. We have our next boss. We have our next boss. All right. Again, I'm getting so many Bloodborne vibes from this game. So we're fighting a man with a donkey head. Death counter update. Oh yes. Oh yes. Wait, now I can't. No, there we go. All right, but what would be the fastest way to get back? Do we have a map, maybe? But this is exactly what I'm looking for, dude. How many deaths to punishment? When we played Sekiro, it was 10 deaths per punishment, right? To be fair, though, we did do during Sekiro, like every death essentially counted as 2 deaths due to the resurrection mechanic. So I'm not sure if we should do the same again or not. But I'm assuming no one will complain. I will do a punishment every 10 deaths. But at the moment I low-key just want to get back to where we were because I really want to fight that guy. We can't go through here. Ooh. I already kind of hate the run backs. Assuming I haven't like missed something important that you probably shouldn't miss. I mean, maybe I've already activated a shortcut I've just forgotten about. But at least you can run past enemies. How do you feel about that, by the way? This is a thing that is in every Souls game I've ever played, and you could also, I guess, say that even games such as Silk Song and Hollow Knight has this mechanic that you literally have the ability to just run past every single enemy during every respawn. I mean, I feel it's a good idea to have it like this, because otherwise you just lose your mind every time you die. I mean, for those of you who remember Grohl the Greater from Silksong, that was definitely like... I mean, it's not the worst runback I've ever done, but it's not the best either. Let's just put it that way. So having the ability to skip enemies, I think, is a good idea. But at the same time, like, sometimes I feel like I'm kind of like invalidating the game by not like interacting with it. Runback can ruin the fun of it. Indeed, indeed. And I think there is a reason why Elden Ring, for instance, was made to be very, very generous when it comes to runbacks. Like, there's like a sight of grace every few meters in that game. And especially during boss fights, like, there was always like a sight of grace next to where you needed to go. I've not been here though. Oh. Down attack or RT while falling down. I wonder what the game gave me that. Oh, here we go. Okay, now we're at least here again. I wanted to fight this guy as well. Oh, I see there's a save point on the other side. I'm just gonna run past this guy real quick. Oh, but you can't! Ah, I see. So, you need to de-aggro the guy or kill him in order to activate bonfires. That is actually very new. I don't think I've ever played a Souls-like with that kind of mechanic before. Very interesting, very intriguing. But you can just de-aggro him and it's fine. Should probably also level up, so it cannot be used. Why? At least we got the Stargazer, so I assume that's gonna be our next save point. Ah! I'm just trying to learn your moveset, dude. The posture mechanic is still very, very important. At some point I'm gonna figure out what all of these items do. But today is not that day. Oh wait, an amulet can be equipped. Ah, increases max HP. Ah, so this is how armor works. You switch out your parts of your body. Interesting. So in theory, we could get parts that reduces the physical damage by quite a bit, but I assume this will eventually make it so that we slow roll. Yeah, right. So let's just equip the heaviest stuff we got and see what that actually changes. Where's FFG to explain what this game is about? Good question, good question. But at the same time, we're getting like the proper what's it called? The proper blind experience, right? I guess I could try to use the rapier for a little bit. Yeah, for some variety. Like I still don't quite know what kind of build I want to go for or whatever. So like, just experimenting, I think is good, at least for now. And we have a save point, which is fantastic, exactly what I wanted. really twisted. I assume most people who are watching aren't streamers themselves. I'm not sure about that. Just pure speculation. But assuming you aren't, how would you feel about playing with other people like this? And I'm not talking about doing this on stream, by the way. Like, you're just playing with a friend or a group of friends, you know, just standing over your shoulder essentially and giving you input. When I grew up, that was like the main way I feel like I played games. Like I'm talking about single player games now. How I like got introduced to like different genres, different franchises, stuff like that. Like the very first time I played Oblivion, for instance, which is my favorite Elder Scrolls game, I played it with a friend. But I feel like that doesn't really happen anymore. Like, sure, you do play with other people, absolutely, but it's usually just like multiplayer games, right? Your Fortnites, your Counter-Strikes, your League of Legends, stuff like that. You very seldom, I feel like, play single-player games with other people. Okay, so we know that the donkey guy is on the bridge here. Very millennial teenhood experience. Okay, so you can relate to that as well, Super Weak. You know, I have some really good, like, childhood memories from just, I don't know, hanging out with a buddy and playing through a single player game. I'm not sure if it's better or worse than playing a game yourself. I guess that very much depends on the game in question, right? My brother and I would do that. That is super sweet, I must admit. But I know that there are some games being developed with the intention
I'll
of
kill you both, then string you up on the bridge.
being an experience you're supposed to enjoy, like as a group, essentially. You know, the game that won the game of the year not too long ago. What the hell was that called again? Split Fiction. I guess it's not quite the same thing, because now I'm talking about like a co-op experience.
Are you a dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
Ooh, get parried! Ooh, again! Sometimes he's staggered, but not always. Dude, getting those staggers is really, really satisfying.
Dream or a nightmare? Stop showing up already.
Okay, the parries are really, really satisfying to get. Yes!
I demanded the truth. Now I feel bad.
Oh, dude, I low-key wanted him to be like a recurring character in the game. I am back once again. Welcome back, Sally Cutie. We just defeated our second boss. And now we're facing who exactly? So this is supposed to be our maker, is that it? At least that is what Mr. Donkey told us.
Finally, we meet. Son, it's a dream come true. Seeing you like this, I understand why some people despise me. I invented the puppets, after all. I should take responsibility as their maker. But in order for me to do that, I need to take care of the puppets at City Hall. Won't you help me, son?
Oh, dude. City Hall key.
I want to hear. Use this. We'll catch up.
Okay. I assume that is what we're supposed to do. Our character's outfit will look ridiculous in the cinematics. What are you talking about? We're like the cutest little fanboy there ever was. But now we got a donkey head, and you know what that means. This is now our outfit. Okay. Let's continue playing the game. The story is clicking for me now. Is it? It's not really clicking for me. I mean, this guy is obviously super important, right? Because he created all the puppets. The puppets all went nuts. I'm sure he wasn't like, I don't know, essentially responsible for the frenzy or whatever. But he had a hand in it. You're a guy? I thought you were a hot lesbian in the game. well, I mean, I knew you had an inner femboy. I mean, we're technically, like, are we even a dude or a girl? I mean, we are a puppet, right? I'm not even sure, like, if we, like, would pull down Pinocchio's pants here, like, would we see anything? And I don't say this as an invitation. This is just purely like a academic, very sophisticated question here. He said son. Oh,
So
yeah, you're right about that. He did say son.
Talking about.
All right, so this is a son puppet.
Let's try
then.
using them here.
Assemble weapons. Ooh! Yo! Assemble weapons through Eugenie at the hotel or at the stargazers in different areas. Separate your weapons into blade. Oh, but we know about this, right? And handle and assemble them into new weapons that match your character's battle style. But this costed resources that we didn't have, right? Okay, this is interesting. I really like the rapier because it was really quickly. It had quick attacks. I mean, but I wonder what actually determines your attack type. I assume, yeah. Well, it says right there. It's a handle. So what if I do this? Just try it out. Is this good? Great Sword of Fate Blade plus Winter Rapiers handle. Do wish to assemble this? This item is already assembled on another weapon. Sure. So what kind of weapon do we have now? All right, so we still have the same stab attack, but not as quickly as before. Interesting. I'm gonna try this out. I have to go again. Bye bye. Thank you for your visit at the very least. Zelda Cutie. Okay, let's just dump all our points into technique. What else can we do here? Switch Legion arm. Okay, we still only have the poplar string. Okay, got it. Am I dealing more damage or less than before? It's really hard to tell. It felt kind of strong using this combination, but I'm not sure. Oh, dude, I would love to just spend like an hour, I guess, just experimenting with different weapons. But I also want to find more weapons to experiment with, I suppose. Ow. You know, you would think that you eventually learn to not touch gates. This is not that day. But Super Weak, you said that the story was clicking for you. Have you like reached some sort of realization that I missed? Oh, you can follow up the grappling hook with a strike. That is good. That is very good information. Oh, I should have tried to use it against the donkey boss. Can I unlock the gate from here? Yes, I can. Alright, shortcut unlocked. I always realized it's a take on Pinocchio. Totally missed that before. Wait, so when you heard Lies of P, what was P in your mind? Oh, what is this? Will you be my friend? Everyone is gone. I'm all alone now. Yeah. That tends to happen in a post-apocalyptic puppet uprising like this. Don't lose your head. I love the rapier attack pattern, by the way. Like the thrusting, fast stabbing attacks. I really vibe with this. I'm not sure if the blade I'm using is like the best. But like the stabbing attacks is really up my alley. I will say this. Never bothered to question it. Oh, that is fair enough.
No survivors here.
Broken
What
baby
do we do?
puppet.
Just give her that baby puppet?
Oh, the woman. This is the puppet she was asking for. Alright, so I still don't quite understand. Are all of us just puppets, or are some humans? Because in the intro cutscenes, I feel like it was very obvious that the humans were like being attacked by the puppets, right? So it would make sense that there are only puppets left. So the petrification disease, it's like some sort of glitch that is affecting the robots. A different type of glitch to the frenzy, maybe. A specter. Oh, what the hell is this? This is what I keep saying though. I'm not sure how I feel about this. The game is just throwing you concept after concept after concept of mechanics and setting and exposition and story. It's getting like a bit overwhelming. But maybe I'm like rushing through the game. Like maybe I should take it slower. I'm not entirely sure. Use a store fragment at a crack's calling. Wait. Listen, everyone who is watching at the moment, if crack is calling you, you need to turn that down, okay? You need to say no. Next to the boss area to summon a specter. Ah! Wait, are we about to fight a boss? Puppet destroys amulet. Ooh, another amulet. Yes, please. What is this? Increases damage inflicted on puppets. Well, and I assume that is everyone we're fighting, so that's probably a good idea. You know, this might be a game where I want to do a heavy build. I almost never do that in Souls-likes. But I feel like dodging is not as important, maybe, as parrying. That's very curious. I would love a save point before going through this door, though. If it is a boss on the other side, that is. So far, you just look like puppets and robots, except for our father, who is human. I guess that makes sense. Maybe our father is like the only human we find in this game. Oh yeah, this is 100% boss fight. Hello. You got a license for that? It makes me think. I wonder when we will have our first like AI-powered police officer in real life. Scrapped watchman. Judgment of morning. Okay. Just as I've done when playing Sekiro. we start off by scouting, okay? We are scouting for movesets. Right, this guy is just... He has very long-reaching attacks. But it's very well animated, I feel like. Okay. Create some distance and then it dashes back in, I see. Okay, he attacks you many times in a row. Got it. He creates some distance, and now what? Okay, so he's dashing out and in, giving you like an opportunity to, I don't know, react, heal maybe. I'm dealing like 0 damage to him though. And he's gonna dash back in. Oh, that. Okay, one other thing. I must say this. Given the fact that we're all fighting like robots and puppets, I feel like the wind up. Wait, there's weapon durability in this game? What? Are you kidding? I've never realized. I literally never realized. But okay, I guess parrying is really bad then, because you're just gonna lose your ability. Wait, what will happen, by the way, when I lose their ability? Oh crap, you can't do that as he's doing a red move, got it. Wait, why? He has his posture broken. I should be able to do a heavy attack. I don't understand. What? I did hit him with a heavy attack. Oh wait, I think... Alright, I think this is what it means by having your posture broken, actually. You bounce off him when you attack. I see. So this attempt is basically screwed. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, though. Weapon durability in a Souls game. Right? Because there's no other Souls game with weapon durability as a mechanic. I think. Maybe. Right, now we're back here again. I'm gonna try to get back to my old weapon. Just doing just a pure rapier. There we go. I will say this, like the fact that you can like create weapons like this, this is a really cool mechanic. This I really like. Alright, let's try to head back and see what we can do. You've never heard of Pinocchio anyway. Hi! Hello, Eno! Hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. But that's the thing, Eno. Is Pinocchio really a boy? I mean, that is the intent, of course, of the story. To make Pinocchio be a real boy. But until we reach that point, is Pinocchio really a boy? And as you're sitting there pondering this deep and profound question, allow me to welcome you to the stream. Thank you so much for tuning in, Eno. How are you today on this glorious, beautiful, wonderful Tuesday? Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction, y'all. Well, I guess I can go up here and give her the doll, the lady. Pinocchio is a thing. Ponder finished, alright!
You found her.
That, you know, I respect it.
I could sense her from miles away. Oh, please let me hold her. There, my baby. I missed you so much. What do you think?
I want to see something happen. If you haven't read the Fables comics, you're missing out on an amazing storyline involving Pinocchio too. Oh, we can wait. What should we say? What should we say? That's a puppet.
What's wrong, kind one? This is My baby.
Was that the right thing to say? I have no idea.
My sweet.
I feel like
Elena.
saying the truth is the good thing, or is the best thing, right?
Did my family convince you?
I have
to
not
lie?
read the Fable comics, you know,
Don't
but
tell
I have played the Fable video
Oh,
games,
please,
assuming that they are the
nothing.
same thing.
But sadness.
I've
I
probably
should know.
played like Fable 2 like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times.
I'm so
It's one of,
grateful
you know,
to
one of those games on
I
the
want-
old Xbox 360 that I
Please
just
take this
absolutely
token
loved.
of
It's like a,
gratitude.
a nostalgia game for me. Wrong Fables. I see. All right. But okay, what are the Fables comics then? Ah, the same universe as Wolf Among Us. I have played the Wolf Among Us. That is also a very good game. Oh, if I remember correctly, I think there's supposed to be like a second season of the Wolf Among Us that I haven't played. Or was it in the works, maybe? So, something like that. I don't quite remember. Let's just grab all the weapons we can before we eventually die. The game is from Bigby's past. His past. He's a lot more brutal in the comics. To be fair, he is quite tame in the video games. Like he's holding himself back, right, in the Telltale game. They're trying to not be the big bad, right? Very curious, very interesting. Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised that there is a comic, right, related to the, well, that franchise, given that the game they did before, The Walking Dead, is also based on a comic, right? Did you make that pun on purpose? I didn't. But I feel like you will like naturally just do the pun, right? Because Big B is the big bad. I mean, that is who he is in the Fable, right? Let's see if we can do this again. He do be what he do be. Very true. Very true. Man, I'm trying to figure out if I like this blade or the heavier blade. I mean, you can get a lot more hits in with the faster rapier blade, but you definitely don't deal as much damage per hit. But you have no idea how portrait he can be considering his lineage. That is true. That is true. I don't really know much about that universe at all. Again, aside from that, the one Telltale video game I played way back when. I need to stand here. You need to stand in a very specific spot in order to do that attack. Okay, new mechanics. Electric shock. And he does a jumping spin attack. Okay, and you need to jump back. Okay. New mechanics. It is a little bit faster now as well. Okay, and follow up electric damage if you're standing still. Okay. Now we need to jump. Yeah, because alright, so we don't have like an infinite time to just worry about counterattacking. Let's put it this way. I love the Fables comics like I love the Morrowind game. Same level. Okay! And I know how much you love Morrowind. I wouldn't be surprised if that is like your most like played game ever. How's it going? Welcome back, Stress Test. I mean, we are fighting a boss. We are dealing damage. We are also taking damage, as you can see. Okay, and he's dealing electricity damage. This is a perfect opportunity to heal. I tried to time that one. Did not work, obviously. Run away, run away. Okay, so using the grappling moves basically does nothing in a boss fight. Run away. Counter attack. Oh! Oh, he did a shock. Alright, got it. Alright. We go again. I'm gonna try the same weapon setup as before. But I might switch it up a little bit. We need to do the Skyrim DLCs at some point. Dude, you're absolutely right. It's kind of wild that, you know, Skyrim being by far the most popular Elder Scrolls game of them all. Like, I think this is like just an undisputable fact, right? And yet, I have played every single DLC in every other, I guess, 3D Elder Scrolls game, but not Skyrim. For whatever reason. This might sound weird, but these kind of situations in Souls-likes, this is like, unironically, the thing I sort of like love the most when it comes to this genre of games. Just being stuck at like a hard boss, trying to figure them out, trying to like learn their moveset and stuff like that. I find this almost therapeutic. Like throwing your head against the wall multiple times. You just like, again, figure out what to do. Oh crap. His wind-ups are so hard to predict. Come on, I didn't get any one of those. I should try to do at least one attempt later on where I only do dodges. Because maybe that will be easier. Like, I'm not sure. In other Pride months, you should get the hard fight DLC and mirror the same sex NPC. True. That is very much, you know, on par with Pride month. But I will say this, when it comes to romance in video games, Skyrim is definitely not in the top 3, like not even close. And to be fair, like romance is not really what Skyrim is trying to like excel at, so it's not really like a dig at the game. But if you want to like I'm sorry, officer. What the hell? I like big butts and I cannot lie. Ploping in. Welcome, Ploper! Welcome to the Scrap Watchman fight! And specifically the second phase. Okay, I think we're gonna die again because I'm out of health potions. I guess that begs the question. Everyone who's watching, who has played a game with romance, think, I don't know, Witcher 3, Cyberpunk, Skyrim, Baldur's Gate, I don't know, Mass Effect, hell, The Sims. How important in your mind is romance in video games? And it can definitely like change from genre to genre, right? Understand, the romance bar was set high by the coffin of Anne lately. Dude, I'm not sure if I would say that is romance, okay? That is just trauma being experienced in real time, okay? That game is quite something, at least when it comes to the romance department. You read a lot of chat during a boss fight for someone with 6 steps. You know, the boss fight is so damn easy, right? So I need something to entertain me as I'm doing a boss fight. The Sims, it's important. Dude, I would agree on this part. The Sims without romance is just weird, right? Because The Sims is supposed to be like a life simulator, right? And you can't like simulate what some consider to be like the most important part about life. Okay, good attack, we move away, we move back. Right, the first phase I feel like is very easy, but the second phase not so much. I think I should try to do this fight without parrying, as weird as it sounds, because you take so much like residual damage every time you fail a perfect parry. Romance isn't necessarily right. It's a cool addition unless it's a main part of the story. Very good answer, Clover. I would say the same. I mean, sometimes in certain storylines, romance is like an essential part of the experience, right? You know, the classic, I don't know, trying to save your lover or whatever, right? You literally cannot play the game without the romance being part of it. But most of the time, I will agree. Like it's usually like just a cool little addition to the game, but it's not necessarily like important, right? It's usually like an optional thing that could either be considered like an Easter egg or, you know, something to that you essentially can't skip unless you really want to engage with it. My daughter just tried to say Seven. Oh, he was so cute. Yo, that I like that a lot, Stress. Wait, why is your daughter saying Seven? Mommy, what are you doing? I'm watching Seven. Something like that. Love is love. Love is love indeed. I haven't played since I kicked out my former GF. The last time I played The Sims, I played it in the wrong way, okay? And I will completely admit I played it in the wrong way. Because all I tried to do was essentially doing achievements. Whatever it's called. Like long-term wishes or whatever the mechanic is called in that game. And I feel like that kind of just, I don't know, it wasn't... My enjoyment of the game definitely decreased by playing it in that manner. Oh, I thought I was far enough away. Right, next attempt, because this is obviously not gonna be it, right? But next attempt, I'm gonna try to only do dot rolls. And see if I survive longer. Because I feel like this is quite an enjoyable fight, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you take so much just passive residual damage every time you fail a perfect parry. So it's like it's not even worth going for, right? Is ever going to be her first word? If that's the case, would you be happy or sad about that, Stress Test? Seven being your daughter's first word. Not mama, not dada, not even Stress Test. But Seven. At least I would be happy knowing that there is a future viewer of the stream out there. I said I was gonna do a only dodge attempt, and here I am parrying nevertheless. But I guess it only really matters when you get to phase 2. Mama or Papa. Mad Seven! not even only Seven or Meven, but my full name, Mad Seven. Second phase. No, okay, oh, there we go. Fine. Again, I'm gonna try to only do dodge it at this point and not do so many parries. Maybe this is a good idea, maybe it's a horrible idea. There's only one way to find out. I guess the stressful part is trying to figure out when you can attack him back. But those attacks are going to be really difficult to dodge. Maybe I need to run more, actually. Like using the screen button. Yeah, and when it's walking forward... Oh wait, you can always dash. Okay, and there I need to go back. I'm learning. I'm definitely learning here. There is something definitely to be said about dodging in this game. Ah, crap! Okay, I'm dodging. Okay, I need to be better. I need to be better. That's it. I feel like patience can really work in this fight. I thought I timed that correctly. That was obviously not the case because I died. Alright, we're getting close to punishment, y'all. She looked at my screen and saw the robot and said, "Big robot," and I answered, "Yes, it's a robot in a game." And then she wanted to play the game. But I said, "No, he's playing it. We're just watching. That is him." And she said, "No, dude, that is breaking my heart." Oh, that is so cute. Oh, that is wonderful. Oh man, new alias acquired. Hell yes. Dude, I would be proud to be Leland. Okay, I am Leland. Dude, I will accept. I am Leland. I am Leland. Dude, that is adorable. Holy crap. Be sure to give her some mud cake from me, okay? Soon, Leland. Leland is struggling with the boss. Very true. Very true. I'm very happy that you're all part of this new alias. And a hug from me, yes. Hug from Ploper, mud cake from me, okay? She deserves it. She deserves it. Just by being adorable. Alright, so using parries in phase 1, that is easy. That is fine. It's in phase 2 things are gonna be a bit tricky. Okay, phase 2. Very satisfying boss though, I will say. Like getting those parries, really fun. Really enjoyable. Come on then! I'm ready for you! Alright, I used my ultimate there, didn't do anything. Probably not worthwhile, to be honest. Okay, let's try to figure out the distance. Like if we're doing the dodge plan, we need to figure out like the right distance we need to be at. I feel like I'm timing that correctly, but that is obviously not the case. Okay, so I just run. I don't sidestep, I just run. Leland needs to do this. Okay? Again, patience is doing wonders for us at the moment. The only thing that might be better would be like a more, as weird as it sounds, like a slower hitting weapon. That deals more damage on our, when we get a punish in on him. This might be the run, dude. This might be the run. Depending on if it has any more tricks. Mr. Watchman, do you have any more tricks for us? Okay, we can get a heavy attack in. What? I tried to do the heavy attack. This time maybe? There we go, okay. Alright, sometimes I feel maybe he's immune to heavy attacks during like certain animations, maybe, I'm not sure. I'm gonna play this safe. I'm not gonna take any risks. That's fine. No punish, but that's fine. I want a spear. I want a hard hitting spear. That would be peak. Okay, that would be peak. Oh, I misjudged this. My bad. Completely my bad. Shit. No! No, come on! Oh, dude, it went so damn well. Okay, alright. Punishment coming in, y'all. Sweet, not Sweetie, Lilith. Yes, that is a good pet name. I love that the cuteness made you tomato. Wait, is that a thing? Is that a verb that you tomato? Alright, I guess I tomato when yeah, due to the cuteness. Your long or sharp stick to awkwardly poke your enemies with. That is true, but I want a bigger stick that is more dangerous for the enemy. Alright. 20 push-ups coming up, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, next time we got him. 100%. Next time, next attempt, this guy is dead. You know what? I low-key want to go back to my old setup here with the weapon, let's see here. With the biggest ass blade we got. But still with the rapier handle. I feel like this could be the weapon for me. This is a proxy spear, okay? A proxy spear. Let's do this. Because I know for a fact that we're dealing more damage with this particular weapon. It's just that our attack speed is going down a little bit. Okay. Alright, we got him down to like 10%, so we definitely got this. It's just a matter of time. I really like his phase one. It's very, very fun to carry this guy. Maybe I'm dealing like less damage overall. I might be dealing more damage per strike, but that only gets us so far, right? graphics programming. Oh, really cool. What you're making, Clover? Are you making, what was it called? Rule 34 animations. I've been fighting a bit recklessly, I will admit. You naughty dog, you. I don't know why. I have been a bit naughty during this stream. I'm not sure why. Some might say a bad dog even. But I'm genuinely curious. I like the heavy attack of this weapon because he like takes a step back after like doing the thrust. That seems a bit excessive, don't you think? This is not the attempt, y'all. That at least gave us back a health potion, so that's something. What? So much for my health. No, not again, dude! Surprisingly decent attempt though. I expected way worse. It's my fault for bringing up goat mommies. I take responsibility. I'm happy someone is taking responsibility, because I sure as hell am not. I'm not doing R34. I'm doing graphics programming, like programming a renderer. Ah, and how and when to draw a triangle, when the triangle should be on the screen, shit like that. Dude, that is like, okay, I don't know anything about this programming, this type of programming that you're describing right now. But that's like, I feel like that's the step before an animator start doing its thing, right? Or his or her thing. Dude, I must ask though, why? Like, I assumed you have a project in mind that you want to like try out. I'm not sure, like, why did I walk forward there? Like, sometimes I'm a bit dumb. I say sometimes. Very often. Get very heavy. Oh, I need to charge it though. Yeah, my bad. Animators usually make renderers in software usually. Most of them come from the hardware, so they get London behind. but the plumbing behind it, that is what you're working on, right? So getting hit by the damn attack. So in theory, once you're done with whatever you're working on, an animator could use it, right? For I don't know, whatever. Oh, it's gonna grab me. Yeah, I realized that too late. But that was a bad attempt from the get-go. I'm gonna try to go back to my normal blade again. Maybe like the fact that we have a bigger blade is allowing us to deal more damage, to be sure. But I don't think the overall DPS sacrifice or whatever is worth it. Although I have been dabbling in some animation myself. I've been not so great. I see. Don't sell yourself short, dude. I will say, don't sell yourself short, but also be self-aware. But I feel like I've never done any animation in my entire life, okay? But I feel like that's kind of hard, right, to do. Well, at least I imagine it to be very hard. I need to go and put Ellie to bed, BRB. And if not, thank you for the stream today, and chat. And thank you for being awesome. Same back to you, Stress Test. And thank you so much for that little story about Lilith. Hopefully this guy will be dead when you come back. Let's start. I already need a help potion. Yeah, very best. You can get, like, when you're getting a death level, you can get, like, a few cheeky hits in for free, I feel like. Okay, what are we doing here? You're not grabbing me, sir! You got to me way too many times with that grab attack. I do something that I can react to. Jump. I stopped running backwards because I'm dumb. Because I'm absolutely atrocious. This game really punishes failure. I will say this. attack. What? Yeah, because it goes outwards! Dude, I feel like I've learned something very important there. Okay, this does not give me any healing. Alright. That is a huge punish I can do then. I know how to deal with that attack. Got it. I want to do a graphics programming for a game. Just cause I have an idea for a render. Won't dig too deep cause it's nerdy. I feel like I wouldn't be able to understand the nerdy aspects of this. But okay, this you have to answer at least, Roper. This you have to answer. These projects, how do you like... How do you get the idea in the first place? If you know what I'm saying. Like, what line of thinking guides you to be like, dude, I should make a renderer? Renderer? I barely know her! Great joke. Solid 7 out of 10. Hola, family of energy, welcome! And welcome to the Scrappy Watchman. How are you today? I've a little time in between making tacos and dessert. How's everyone doing? I'm doing wonderful! I've been stuck at this boss for a little while now, I will admit. But it's all good, dude. This is actually quite a... I said it before, it's like almost therapeutic, like doing this boss fight over and over again. But that was a dude. But how are you? This is the first boss. Wait, what do you mean first boss? This is like the third boss we have fought. Okay, I will admit I'm playing it quite poorly though. Oh, come on, dude. Hope you're having as much of a blast as I am. This is a really good boss. This I will admit. This phase is very tough though. No grabbing for you, good sir. I should attack him more there. That is my bad. As you can see, I'm trying to play this a bit safer than phase 1. I say as I'm walking into electricity. Nope, no grabbing for you. No grabbing for you. Big explosion. Fine. Jump, maybe? No. Big explosion, but that's fine. We can deal with this. Nope, no grab for you, no grab for you. Crap. Oh, I didn't mean to jump there. I promise, I did not mean to jump there. Crap, I missed my opportunity. My bad, my bad. No, no grab for you. Bad police officer. Okay, now we're dealing damage, y'all. Now we're dealing damage. All right, now we have a proper ass attempt, y'all. Proper attempt. Proper attempt. Yes! Scrapped Watchman is dead. Eliminated. Getting all the loot in the world that I have no idea what they do. Hell yes. Dude, we've been there for a little while now. That was kind of nice. I once saw YouTube about how game actually shows shit on screen, all the different ways and such. And in my sleep-deprived mind, I got an idea for my own render. I've been refining the idea for like 2-3 years. Then I recently decided, fuck it, I just write it. So now I'm learning graphics programming. Dude, I will say, as like a character trait, that is incredibly admirable, right? Because I can't even imagine what you need to do, you know, to actually write a graphics renderer. But you know, not being discouraged and just fighting through, just you know, saying fuck it, fuck it, we ball, right? That is really nice. I haven't made much of a renderer yet. I barely started 2 days ago. This mostly be setting stuff up. I assume that's gonna be quite a while, right? Setting stuff up. I want to have a colored window up and running. Good luck on that in the future. How about you make a taco? We all have our projects, right? Family Friend G. Some of us makes renderers. Some of us make tacos. We, you know, to each their own, right? Alright, but Mr. Watchman is dead. And as a reward, we have increased the one stat that allows us to deal more damage, okay? That is how I view this. Maybe I should be putting more points into like vigor and stuff, because I mean I die a lot. But that is for later. That is for when we have a way to respec, okay?
I think we're done here, pal. Back to the hotel.
Alright, maybe like first. Oh crap. The courtyard key. Alright, I guess that we don't have that. Do you understand what lying and telling the truth mean and does in this game? I know that you have opportunities in the game to tell lies. Because we have had 2 opportunities to tell lies. In regards to what they do, I mean, I assume they affect the story in some way. Because, you know, you're talking to people, and if you lie to them, the story will progress in one way. Teleport another Stargazer, yes. Let's... Inside the House of Elysium Boulevard. I wonder why there's a symbol to the right. We can also go back to the hotel. I guess we'll do that. But yeah, I don't know what actually happens mechanically when you lie versus tell the truth. If anything. It might just be a story thing. Fuck it, we ball are the exact words I said before installing Arch Linux for the first time. And you never ever had problems with Linux ever since then, right, Ploper? Everything was smooth sailing. I'm kidding, of course, I'm kidding. You know, installing Arch Linux is also one of those things that's like, holy crap, like... The fact that you're willing to put yourself through it. Well, I guess that depends on how much, like, prior programming you have and how many tutorials you're watching. Like, if you're going in completely blind, then holy crap, you're in for an experience.
You saved Geppetto. Wonderful. He is on the second floor.
It's what I do, Sophia. It's what I do.
He can hardly wait to see you.
On the second floor? Yeah, alright. So, as far as I understand, and this is based on Super Week's theory, everyone that we're seeing in this place is a puppet, except for Geppetto, who is the creator of the puppets. Question. Would you guys like an office this big? Yes or no? I mean, this office is bigger than my apartment, okay? Just for an office, I feel like this is a bit too much, right? I mean, I would want it just due to the sheer opulence of it all. But in terms of like practicality, I'm not sure, dude. I'm not sure. At least we have an electric sheriff who want to take our lives. All right, cool. Plenty of space for my ideas to go to shit. Maybe this is what we're seeing in this office as well. His electric chair here is another like failed experiment. Telling the truth keeps you a puppet, bound by the rules you were made by. Lying makes you more human. Trying to achieve blank, dream of becoming a real boy. Interesting! Now this is gonna be very tricky for me, because me as a person, I detest telling lies. But I also want to be a human, because I am a human. Alright, I feel like this is kind of a dilemma.
You've returned. Forgive sentimental father for worrying about his son.
Just so you know. I see. Alright, so I probably should be thinking about this rather than, you know, the
even when I ask you to
parts.
do something dangerous. Speaking of which, there's a factory just beyond Elysian Boulevard. It's packed with countless puppets.
Well, we have plenty of
My
those.
friend, the inventor Vanini, went to stop them, but he never came back. Please, go save him and shut...
Cutscene?
P organs are the source of your powers. Collect quartz to get the strength you need.
Another mechanics being thrown at us.
Remember, the hotel is the last safe place in Krat. It's our only refuge in a city full of perils. It'll be extremely dangerous if anyone has... Be careful who you tell about this place. Especially if they're stalkers or
We've heard about
alchemists.
stalkers. We are ourselves a
Be
stalker,
wary
but alchemist. I don't know what that
dangerous
is.
people. And always be a good boy to me.
You know, I'm not sure if I like being called a good boy, Mr. Geppetto. Use the P organ slots to activate your character's latent abilities. Equip quartz on the P organ to obtain its corresponding effect. If you equip quartz in each of the slots in a single group, you can attain the group's synergy effect. Each time the synergy effect of two groups are activated, the next step is unlocked. You can get a greater variety of effects if you take your P organ to higher phases. Cool. Okay, new mechanics, new progression systems. Does our nose grow? Not our nose, but something on an item will grow where a nose was. Something on an item will grow where a nose was. What does that even mean? A good boy mention. Such a good boy you are, Seb boy. Alright. Calm down, calm down. Seb only likes being called a good boy by goth mommies. But who knows? Maybe one of you is a goth mommy. In that case, I'll allow it. Enables another... Wait! Enables another dodge in the middle of a dodge motion. This is insane, right? Increase the maximum number of fable slots. Don't care about that. Increases time of enemy stackable status. And increase the pole cell charges. This is even better, I think. No, I'm gonna grab this. What the hell is this? Oh, what the hell? And Grungy, hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. What's the donkey from Shrek doing here? Haven't you heard about the Pinocchio story? It is obvious that the donkey head is put on Pinocchio. Everyone knows that. What am I doing here? Like, what's going on? But Grungy, thank you so much for tuning in. We have just like unlocked this system right here. Some sort of like, I assume this is like the weapon art system or skill system of Sekiro. But I want this. But what the hell? What did I just do? You cannot equip multiple cores from the same type. I think this was a bad choice, right? Increase enemy stagger duration. I feel like that's shit. Okay. How's it going? How's the exploring and boss fights been? We've actually just fought a boss, just like, I don't know, 5 minutes ago or something. I felt it was a really fun boss fight. The exploration is very reminiscent of Bloodborne. I know you've only played Sekiro, right? As a Souls-like. So the exploration is very different because you don't have the grapple hook and stuff. But yeah, it's. Let's do this maybe. Okay, at least we're getting some upgrades. I'm not sure if they're good or bad, but here we go. Did we find one that's been annoying? I wouldn't say we found one that's hard. Don't get me wrong, but not annoying. At least I wouldn't say so. We can also switch out our gear if we want to. Maybe we should do some. You know, just to keep it fresh. Let's grab some festivities here.
From City Hall.
It's not shit. Increased stagger duration.
I just gave you.
Would be more time to get sit in. That is true, but I think stagger duration in this game means the time you have to get a death blow when you have dealt enough stagger damage. Because in Sekiro, when you deal enough stagger damage, the enemy just fall down and just crouches, and you can just walk up to them and do a death blow. In this game, you need to do a charged heavy attack to get the death blow. Is that a Santa hat? Yes, it is. Go to the link dodge and put on that. I did put 1 point into link dodge. I put 1 point into link dodge and 1 point into extra health, or extra health potion. Sorry. Can't play Bloodborne because I don't have a PlayStation. Yeah, I know that's the case with that game, which is such a shame, such a big shame. It is in terms of boss fights. Oh, is it better in Sekiro in terms of boss fights? I actually think so. Oh, maybe. Oh, that is hard. That is hard. Are the boss fights better in Sekiro or Bloodborne? I can't really decide. Is that a Santa hat? Yes, it is. we are changing our look. I want to thank you for the revelation at the beginning of the stream. It helped me tighten my psychological profile of you. Dude, I'm happy to help. Okay, I'm happy to help. We do this for science, Suwakalot. This is the important part. I might be pegged as like I don't know, a degenerate. I'm not sure, but it is for science. It is for the ultimate good. I don't know what else to do here except for just going back out and fight. Let's talk to her maybe. Yo, this will allow us to upgrade our weapons, so this is probably a good idea.
The expert when it comes to Legion arms. But
Oh, we can make another Legion arm. This is good. Legion arm is essentially a Sekiro tool.
If you use an electric Legion arm, it'll make your life easier.
Nice. Full minis. Switch Legion arm. Change. Dude, there are so many mechanics of this game. It's kind of insane. All right, let's get a blue arm. Holds powerful electricity. It accumulates electricity bliss and discharge an electric shock. I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but this is what we're using now. But I wanted to upgrade my weapon. So what's your thoughts on this game so far?
You're going to
I would say it is very reminiscent of Bloodborne. It is like Bloodborne and Sekiro met a child, okay? And that child became this game.
I heard he went to shut. I know my way.
And in terms of the story, like I'm completely lost. Okay, I am super lost. Let's upgrade our weapon a little bit. But in terms of like the combat exploration, it is very much up my alley. Very much up my alley. 76 excited for Christmas, 6 months too early. There's never too early to be excited for Christmas, okay? Let's head back out there. It might not be the most, I don't know, appropriate time to use a Christmas hat. But damn it, we're doing it for science. Everything is for science today. Gotta put 2 to activate it. Oh, gotta put 2 to activate the perk. But then I need another quartz. Let's head back for a second and see if we can actually do it. Right, so that means I currently don't actually have the linked... neither the linked dodge nor the extra health bar or health potion. 6 months late or 6 months early. Complex question, indeed. Doctor / patient confidentiality. Wait, in that case, Sir Wakulot, everyone else who are witnessing this conversation, what makes them? Are they like the students, the academics? Tomorrow our new fridge and freezer comes. Awesome! Have you decided what kind of food you're gonna put into the freezer? I'm not even sure if that's something you decide. or if be, you know, something you're excited about. Not enough quartz. And I suppose I can't like unequip a quartz, right? Yeah, I think I fucked up. Oh, there are, okay, I see. This is what you do. There are so many... There are so many things you can change. Okay, but I don't have any quartz, so I can't do anything. But now I understand what you need to do to unlock a perk. I messed up. Alright, but we need quartz. Quartz is important. We need that. Okay. But there are so many things you can do to mess with your build, right? It is actually... It is overwhelming, I will say, but it's also kind of exciting. But I want to go out to kill something now. Up my alley makes another note in his file. Nobody else knows my thoughts. Alright. I have an idea. I have an inkling in what you're writing. So far, all you know is that there's been a puppet frenzy and you were awakened by a blue-haired girl to save the world. Yes. Well, I didn't know you were supposed to save the world, but I know that we've been awakened by a blue-haired girl.
Why, hello.
And there are worse ways to wake up.
Was alive out here.
We have seen this guy
you're
before.
Thinking, but I'm not a burglar. I'm
Who
just
are we saying
crashing
from
in an
who?
abandoned house.
And you are
for a
Geppetto's
while.
son. The fact
Don't worry,
that we are
I won't
Geppetto's son,
cause
that
any
we know.
trouble. We survivors need to look out for each other. For your information, I didn't steal this.
Well, what an odd thing to say. I wouldn't have assumed it, Wandering Merchant. But now that you mention it, ice cream, lots of ice cream. That is a good answer. That is a really good answer. Okay. Can I buy quartz here? Electric coil stickhead. Can disassemble blonde. I assume this is another weapon that you maybe will be able to put onto a handle. Alright, but at the moment we are... yeah, we don't really need anything. Okay, so we need to go through here. Does this work? No. We need something to activate this elevator, got it. This one is safe. I find it deeply ironic that a guy who won't eat meat in order to save the planet likes bad girls. It points to a deeply conflicted psyche. But that's the thing. I need my soulmate to enhance my I don't know, weaker traits, if that makes sense, right? I need someone to pick me up at my weaknesses. We need synergy. We're making a build. Okay, this is like a life is an RPG game as much as an RPG game is, right? You need to perfect your build, your loadout, your party. We were made by a puppet. No, wait. The Geppetto is probably human, right? All right, but where the hell do we go? Oh, we can actually see that Sophie wants to talk to us. Let's see if we can move forward here. You need someone to pick you up. So a tall god, the dominant mommy. Why do we keep using the word mommy though? Why mommy in particular? But okay, but listen. Am I really that weak physically? At least it's something I'm trying to work on. But maybe, dude, if there is like a muscle mommy, as you put it, close by, maybe I will. Oh, we got the key from Geppetto. Perfect. Now we can continue on. Yeah, maybe if I'm standing next to like an actual muscle mommy, I will eat those words. Yeah, we're trying to stop the puppets from being insane right now. All right. Follow-up question though, family friendly G.
Everything you see here belongs to the
the petrification. Oh, petrification disease. Sorry. Does that only affect
not just puppets? Almost every machine and tram and crot is supplied from here. You gotta be curious about the guy. What kind of person is he? I wish we could find him. That is, if he's still kicking.
There are so many people talking to you. It's Sophie, it's Geppetto, it's that Gemini voice in our heads. Again, you are a bit overwhelmed. You're like, you get like a stimuli, like overflow. Oh, now we're killing little girls. A muscle mommy. I told God dominant muscle mommy then with a choker. Dude, I love the fact that you added that detail there, proper. With a choker. Very important, very important. Maybe it is doing the I'm not into muscle mommies. Unless wait, I'm not saying I'm not into muscle mommies. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is lack of muscles is not my weakness, or at least I don't want it to be my weakness. It is something I'm actively working on, okay? I did say that I need my soulmate to pick up my weak points, but that being said, there's nothing wrong with two muscular people, is there? I think Proper is enjoying this topic the most since Kevin leaves. I don't have any problems with the topic. But I guess Tomato Sev is just right around the corner. What's going on in chat today? That is a really good question, Grungy. It's been like this for well, at least we began the discussions today on this topic. I think I read that. How to wrestle a professional wrestler. Exactly. I'm a professional wrestler, right? That is not my weakness. But I realize I am talking shit because because the thing about, you know, patching up your weaknesses. What you really want is just someone to love, right? Like that is what you really want at the end of the day. Who cares who it is? So you are into them. I'm gonna leave it as an open-ended question, Floper. It is for the audience to decide for themselves. But I won't say anything bad about him, okay? He's into tall, gold dominant muscle moments. Have you seen any? Wait, why is stress? Are we looking for Civet's soulmate, or what am I missing? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not entirely sure what we're doing either. Aside from describing muscle mommies, I suppose. Specifically goth muscle mommies. Not really, but I will keep my eyes open. Alright. Good to know. Good to know. Right, the enemies are being a bit more... I mean, they are not dangerous by any means, but they are slightly more aggressive, and you're fighting more at once. The dominance could also be psychological. Wait, okay, what would that look like? That is actually a really good question, or a topic you just brought up. A psychological dominant person, male or female, what does that look like? At least for you guys, like what is that? Benigni works. Oh, this is where we need to go at the very least. If your soulmate out-wrestled you, would you be attracted or a bit jealous of their strength? Can I be both? Can I be both? Listen, if I saw a female wrestler doing like crazy ass acrobatic moves, like lifting me up, doing like, I don't know, what are these called? Like military presses or whatever. That would be impressive. I would say both. I would say both. Okay. I hope that's an acceptable answer. I would be jealous, but I would be attracted. Aside from all the jokes, I would just like to see Steven find his girl. I'm not actively looking, so it might be a while, Sir Walkalot. But I would be curious though. Who is that girl in your opinion? Or are we still talking about goth mommies, or is that someone else? How tall is Steven? Now I can't answer these questions. Too much detail. Okay, too much detail.
This place gives me the creeps. It's like something's gonna
taller or shorter, both works.
It's okay, pal. Gemini's looking out for you.
Thank you, Gemini. Shouldn't it be Gemini? I've been saying the name wrong all this time. I like big bosses too, but not the P variety. Arnie, hello! Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, we're not only discussing bosses here, Arnie. How are you today? And Arnie, question out of the blue. What do you feel about muscle mummies? Completely random question out of the blue. You missed something back on the bridge and go right. Okay, back on the bridge and go right. How the hell do we get back though? Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna work on it, Family for Energy. I'll definitely work on it. I don't know how to get back though. That is my issue at the moment. Tall gold muscle mummy attraction confirmed. Okay, alright. I'm gonna turn this on you guys. And this is a question both for the males and the females, okay? Can you blame me? Would you say, all of you right now, would you say that that is not desirable, okay? Again, this is not a gendered question at all. Not by any means. My opinion about the girl doesn't matter, but as they say, life finds a way. That is true. That is very true. I mean, when we're talking about like our parents and our parents' parents, they don't like meet each other on I don't know, dating apps, right? Life happens, as you put it, Sir Walkalot. All right, so we want to go back to the bridge. How short then? Like max? I can't give you like an exact measurement. Hell, I would be okay with someone who is literally twice my height and someone who is like a dwarf, a little person. I do not discriminate, okay? Love wins. You have missed sausage conversation. Have the NPCs started getting annoying or still easy to slay? Some more annoying, Grungy. I will say, some more annoying. Such as this guy right here. Because some enemies are not easily staggerable. A comparison, I guess, would be you know, the ogre characters in Sekiro. The dudes who have like big, I don't know, hammers or big axes. Because it's very hard to stagger those enemies as well. But as soon as you get the death blow, they do go down. Nothing we have fought has been a deal break. How the hell do we get back to the bridge, y'all? Is it up here? What was the question again? Do you guys like big muscle mummies? Arnie likes his goth girls, petite and psychotic like Laylee. I can't blame you. I love goth mummies, mostly because I'm jealous and want to be them. There you go, stress test. There you go. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. I don't blame you one bit. Okay, now we're back on the bridge. So we wanted, okay, family of energy. We wanted to go here and to the right, you said, right? Because there was something I forgot. Of course, it's gender specific. Each is attracted to masculinity or femininity for a reason. They are polar opposite, and that is what causes the attraction. I see what you're saying, but I'm not sure if that is universally applied. I mean, for example, a goth muscle mummy, I feel like that would fit into the category of tomboys. At least now, if we talk about girls. And, I mean, you can't hate on a tomboy either, right? I'm not super into either boys or girls with too much bulk, but my first crush on a girl in high school was a goth. Okay, one out of two. All right, we didn't get full score there with you, Super Week, but I mean we got there, right? Parts of it, this is what we're looking for, right? This is what we're looking for. Pretty sure.
Another fine day in the city of Krog, but I wonder, my friend, just where you've been. Ah. Congratulations! You've been selected from this castle.
Okay, well now we're doing puzzles, y'all. The king of all riddles.
Obtrusive. Now, you know what I'm called, and why I called you, and I want to know.
I wonder if this is an opportunity to lie.
For as soon as I learn that's one riddle burned, and I do them now. Only the living solve riddles, as everyone knows. That's a must. When your city is so full of...
Yeah, but what is the actual riddle?
It's time for the
Okay, everyone listen up, okay?
We thank you for participating.
What is the riddle?
By morning, it walks on feet numbering 4. At midday, just 2. No less and no more. It walks on 3 feet.
I know this. This is life. This is life. This is the cycle of life. You start off as a toddler crawling on all fours. Then when you're grown up, yeah, human.
Correct. Fantastic insight.
I'm not sure if that was lying or not.
Not everything has to rhyme, you know. I'm not a caricature. I'm the king of riddles.
Anymore?
That said, how do we know you didn't just get lucky? Even a stop clock is right. Still, a promise is a promise.
Alright, we're getting something here.
What he'll get. Thanks, Arlecchino. Caller, your correct answer has earned you doors and keys. And keys and doors. The subjects of puzzles
this guy's...
and riddles. My next riddle won't be...
Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll eventually get another riddle. Alright. Cool. Nothing is universal, but your argument can be challenged whether you would be into muscle daddies. I guess so. You can't go wrong with goth girls. Being into tomboys is low-key gay. Not full, of course, but it's still a girl. But it's still a girl with masculine qualities. Wait. How can it be gay to be into a girl? I know what you're saying. She has masculine traits. That is true. But I feel like the definition of being gay is being attracted, well, if you're a man at least, being attracted to another man, no? But yeah, I see your point. Let's do this. Go. A Swedish IQ test. At least I beat it, right? Where a gold girl flirting with an awkward dude. They are so funny. I don't think I've seen it. No. It's one of those videos, my dream. I'm getting curious. But it's a weird thing to say in my opinion. But I will be quiet. Are we against tomboys now? Yeah, I'm not using gay derogatory manner. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't interpret it that way as well.
What do you say?
Alright, this is what Arne linked. Give me 1 second. Now we can put this into practice, y'all. Now we can put all our discussions into practice.
Hey?
I said, do you wanna?
What? You can't just go around asking that.
Did I do it wrong? Is it, like,
no.
is it like that? No. Oh,
no.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my first time.
Your first time what?
In this case, she is the one messing up, right?
No,
not the dude.
What do you say?
All right. That is definitely a goth, but not a goth muscle mommy. I should have been afraid to click this. You got to see it nevertheless, Super Weak. There's no escaping the goth girls. I said it was low-key gay for being into some masculine qualities. Low-key gay as in you're like 20% gay or something like that. Going for a tech build, I see. Good choice. The only reason why I'm putting every point into tech is because that is the stat that is increasing my rapier damage the most. I'm going for pure damage at the moment. This is an exception video, but usually the guy is the awkward one. I got second-hand embarrassment from that video. I feel what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I just randomly found that one, but there are better ones. All right, we'll explore more of this very deep academic and philosophical topic in the future. But for now, I need to say this to you. Listen. I got some bad news, y'all. You see, I'm gonna end stream right here, right now. It is true. That is what's happening right now. It is time. No, you're not. Yes, I am. I'm sorry. It is indeed time. Nuh-uh. I just randomly found out. Oh, I read that. I got a riddle similar to that one in game. All right. Do you want to tell us the riddle as the last thing we're doing on Stream Ploper? Most of us are a little gay, if we're being real. I mean, based on Ploper's comment about being into tomboys is a little gay, then yes, I would say that applies to me 100%. What do you think of the game so far? Good or bad? I think this game is good. Don't get me wrong. This game is good. It is a bit overwhelming with the mechanics. I will say that. But the actual the combat, the boss fight, they are good. Very reminiscent of Bloodborne. I really like Bloodborne. So that's a compliment, okay? Saying that something is similar to Bloodborne is a compliment. Just as I finish my coffee, it is time to sleep, and it's time for Seth to end this journey of lies of P. I still can't comprehend the fact that drinking coffee makes you sleepy. I feel like there's a gene that has been inverted in your I don't know, genetics or something, Ranji. I feel like that shouldn't work. You know what walks on 4 legs in the morning, 7 in the afternoon, and 2 at night. 7 in the afternoon. So you're a toddler in the morning. 7 in the afternoon. That's not even an even number. And then 2 at night. I don't know it. Does anyone know the answer of Clover's riddle? It's called the ADHD 7. Wait, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, the coffee thing. Wait, Grungy, do you have ADHD? I thought someone was the same, and then everyone was the same, and then I realized I wasn't. Wait, does that mean if you're like eating sleeping pills or something, Grungy, will that like make you perk up? I don't know either, Meven. Oh, was that a bait? Was that a rage bait? Alright, that was really ending stream. I found one of the good videos here. Alright, Arnie, if you're here tomorrow, please link it tomorrow as well, and we'll continue this discussion. Or this experimentation, this research. There we go, research, that's the word. Alright, but we're gonna end stream right here, right now, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this part of the playthrough. But we're not done, because we will be back with more Lies of P tomorrow, starting at 6 PM Central European Summertime, starting from this position right here. Drop a follow if you want to be notified when we go live tomorrow. And we're gonna have some riveting discussions tomorrow as well, I suppose. As well as fighting some good bosses. I'm not sure sleeping pills, but I know caffeine has the opposite effect since ADHD brains have lower dopamine. Oh, so it's okay. That is very cool. I know you told me about this yesterday as well, but I didn't realize it was like literally part of, you know, I don't know, your brain chemistry or whatever. The saga must continue. Yes, tomorrow. Thank you for the stream today, Silver. Thank you, chat. And Stress Test, thank you so much for being here. So we feel calmer with caffeine. That is very curious. I might be late. You might be late, Radiance. You might be late. Alright, my friends. Wherever you are in the world. And applause for Radiance for at least making it to the stream. But wherever you are in the world, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having a good time. And I hope that we together can have more good times. Create some more good memories. Playing some games. Streaming some streams. But that will be tomorrow, y'all. So for now,